Welcome, food enthusiasts. Today is a very exciting day for Robert's Mostyum Cooking Show. Hi, I'm Robert Parriott. Today we have a guest, our very first guest on the show. I'm very excited. You can tell that we have a guest, so I'll be introducing that person soon. And first I want to thank our sponsors. We have the Country Gourmet, Lowe's Foods of Boone and Banner Elk, and Crippen's Country Inn and Restaurant. I'm so honored to have Jimmy Crippen and Carolyn Crippen, the owners of Crippen's, to be a part of this show. They have been so encouraging and enthusiastic to me as I've been working there. And I want to say also James Welch, our executive chef there at Crippen's, produces the finest meals in the high country. The inn has lovely, elegant furnishings and very comfortable. And I have the honor of having some of my nature photographs in the rooms. So thankful to have a new sponsor, Crippen's Country Inn and Restaurant. I want to thank my friends here at Eseeola Lodge. Lovely kitchen that we're able to use for this show. It's wonderful to be able to be here at Eseeola. Now, the exciting part of the show for me is to introduce Bill Gaddy.
How you doing, Robert? Glad to be here.
Great to have you with me.
Thank you, sir.
Yay, it's wonderful. Bill and his wife, Eileen, have the catering service, Gadabouts. They're located in Valle Crucis, and I'm going to let Bill tell you more about his business.
Hey, I'm Bill Gaddy. My beautiful wife and I, Eileen, own Gadabouts Catering Service here in the beautiful high country in Valle Crucis between the two mass stores in Valley Landing. Please come and join us for lunch, 11 to 3, Tuesday through Saturday. Or come and try one of our beautiful takeout meals that we have. Gourmet to go. Casseroles, shrimp, beef tender, anything your heart may like. Please come join us. That's 297-7886. Thank you.
And you have a website?
Yes, sir. That's gadabouts.com.
Wonderful. Please patronize Gadabouts. Tell them that you saw their recipes on the show, and thank them for being a part of this show. Well, what are you cooking today, my friend?
We're going to have some Gadabouts High Country crab cakes.
Woohoo!
How does that sound?
How is that different from Maryland crab cakes?
Well, they're in the high country. The higher altitude makes them better.
All right.
All right.
Like that.
We're going to start off here, folks. We're going to blend. We've got different ingredients here. We have Japanese breadcrumbs, good 1 pound of crab meat. We have 2 eggs beating, Worcestershire sauce, roasted garlic seasoning, mayonnaise, Old Bay seasoning, dry mustard, Dijon mustard with grain, and a little bit of fresh squeezed lemon juice. What we're going to do first is we're going to mix all our wet ingredients, then we're going to add them to the dry ingredients. All right, here, Robert, we're going to go with the eggs.
All right.
A little bit of mayonnaise.
If you need anyone to stir, I'm right here to help.
All right, well, I've got a whisk right here for you.
I just love watching Julia Childs cooking with master chefs, and I like to watch Julia doing the stirring for the chef on the show. So this is exciting.
It's nice to have an assistant.
Happy to help.
Now we're going in with the Dijon mustard with grain.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Add the Worcestershire sauce.
You should smell this delicious aroma.
Now we've got a little bit of roasted garlic seasoning. Not too much, just enough to give it a nice flavor.
Roasted garlic.
Yes,
you
sir.
You roasted the garlic bulbs yourself?
So ground it up? Exactly.
So you roasted, would you tell the folks a little bit about roasting garlic?
Oh, yes, sir. Well, the way we roast our garlic is in just a little bit of olive oil and throw it in a hot oven, roast it till it's nice and brown, pull it out. I let it dry for about a day. After I pull it out, till it comes down, then I run it through a coffee mill to get the right texture and everything. Comes out very nice.
Awesome. That aroma of roasted garlic is my favorite in the kitchen.
It is wonderful. Wonderful. Yum. And now we're going in with a little Old Bay seasoning. It's one of my favorites. I'll tell you what, so Old Bay is good on chicken. There, get a little bit of pan primer, spray your chicken down, Old Bay it, season it, run it in the ovens. Very good. Very good.
Wonderful.
How is that coming, Robert?
Well, you tell me, sir.
It looks beautiful because I have a master whisker there.
I've never been called a master whisker before. I like that.
All right, now we're going to add our Japanese breadcrumbs. I like Japanese breadcrumbs because they have a lot more coarser texture and everything.
Would you tell us a little bit more about that?
Okay, most breadcrumbs, as you can see, you come through, are very fine.
Yes.
I don't like the consistency, though, the texture that it makes, because we use Japanese breadcrumbs. I don't know if you can get an eye on that. It's a lot thicker, has a different texture, just makes a lot better crab cake, in my opinion.
And how do you prepare those?
This, to be honest with you, is a bought product.
It's a bought product.
Bought product,
Gotcha.
yes, sir. You can go through all the trouble of doing it yourself, and it's time-consuming and expensive when you can order the product in just as well as doing it yourself.
Gotcha. Is there a different flavor to these compared to regular breadcrumbs?
No, sir, unless you get like an Italian breadcrumb that has Italian seasoning in it. This is just a plain seasoned breadcrumb.
Gotcha.
Because we have all our flavors in our sauce.
Yes.
All right, now we're going to add this to that.
Would you like me to whisk that in
Yes,
for
sir,
you?
you can whisk
This
that
is
in.
the best part.
And then after we do
Love being
this, we get to go to our hands work, which we have good, clean hands.
Yes, sir.
All right, now I'll tell you what we're going to do.
Is that looking good?
That is looking good.
All
Now we're
right.
going to add the crab meat.
Shall I turn this over to you now, sir?
Yes, sir, I will
All
take
right,
that.
all right.
Crab meat, you want to go through the crab meat after you open your crab and make sure that there's no cartilage or shells or anything in it, because even as fine as they try to get through it, you still do have pieces. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the crab meat, break it down, mix the crab in. After we get this mixed in, we're going to cut up our fresh parsley and add that to it.
That fresh parsley. Is that the flat leaf parsley you're using
Yes, sir,
today?
flat leaf parsley,
Yeah,
not Italian.
that flat leaf has just got such a wonderful flavor. I use it a lot in my cooking.
Well, a lot of people don't think that parsley has any flavor, but parsley does have flavor.
I hear that often too.
Well, it's like a lot of people that say they can't tell the difference between margarine and butter. Big difference. Big difference.
Yes. Folks, you're going to love making this dish. And once again, I failed to mention earlier that the recipes for all the recipes on Robert's Most Yum Cooking Show are at www.mostyum.com. And Bill and Eileen Gaddy have graciously offered to include these recipes that he's preparing today for you on our website. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for having us today, sir.
buddy.
All right. Now we're going to just chop up a little parsley. This is going to come out to be about a teaspoon when I get through. We want to chop it not too fine. I still like a little texture and everything. Oh my.
Now, once you get that chopped up, please feel free to use this
Oh,
prep
I'm going to
taxi.
use the prep taxi. I saw that today. I'm going to have one after I leave here today.
You're going to Country Gourmet
Country
and buy
Gourmet,
one.
yes, sir.
Awesome. The prep taxi from Country Gourmet. What a piece of equipment.
That was one of the first things when I saw Robert pull this out this morning. I said, I've got to have one of those. It is amazing. Now we're going to mix the parsley into the crab cakes.
Well, that's smelling good, Bill.
Yes, sir.
And looks delicious already.
Well, you've got to have enough crab. You know, you can get a crab cake, which is all breading or whatever.
Yes. People skipping on the ingredients.
Our philosophy, our motto is at Gadabouts, we'd rather explain the price than apologize for the quality. Everything we use is top quality, and that's the way it's going to be. We have to charge more for it, but we don't have to apologize for it either.
Cool, man.
All right. What I would normally do if I was making, like a lot of times we'll have functions where we'll make 600, 700, 800, 1,000 of these at a time. We usually put them back in the refrigerator and let them sit for a little while, just get the right consistency, but they feel good right now. What we're going to do is we're going to make about 2 or 3. This is still a hand patting job.
So you're just compressing
Compressing it and everything, or get it where it's going to hold together and everything right
that
there.
manual work,
Manual labor.
helping build off that stress and blow it off, you know, it's just good for us.
We don't have any stress in the food business, Robert.
Yeah, there's no stress in the food business. Are you kidding?
Well, you can tell I'm a big joker.
Well, I love, you know, working in the food industry.
Yes, sir, I do
It
too.
is fantastic to be able to bring good foods to people for them to enjoy.
Exactly.
Now, we're going to fry this crab cake, and once again, the name of it is?
It's the Gadabouts High Country Crab Cake.
All right. What type of oil are you using today?
We're using, for this application, we're using vegetable oil. Vegetable oil has a nice high heat stability where it won't burn or anything. If we were doing like everything that we're going to be doing in this skillet today is going to be going on one entree. If we were doing different variations that we're going to be doing for different entrees, we would use a peanut oil or a peanut oil base, because the peanut oil does not transfer flavors. You could cook fish and you could cook potatoes. The fish would taste like fish, the potatoes would taste like potatoes.
Interesting.
But this, just for this application, vegetable oil is going to be fine.
Thank you for telling us
Yes,
about
sir.
that.
All right, now we're going to go in with some Gadabouts High Country Crab Cakes.
Folks, You're going to really like this. It smells so good. Mmm.
We're going to patty them out, get them formed correct.
Nice, beautiful looking patty, holding together well in the pan. And you say you've done 1,000 of these for catering?
Oh, yes, sir. We've done, a lot of time, we've done functions up to as large as 5,000 people.
Wow. Now, did you tell us earlier, and I don't remember, did you say that you have a catering business in Charlotte as well?
Yes, sir. I have a catering business. I've had a catering business in Charlotte for 15 years, my beautiful wife and I.
15 years
Yes,
in Charlotte.
Sir. And
you've served up to 5,000 people.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Sure have.
Incredible.
We do that. We travel all over North and South Carolina. We have the equipment, the refrigerated trucks to do everything. And one of the most important things, or is the most important thing to us, is food safety and proper food handling.
Yes.
We have the refrigerated trucks to keep the cold food cold. We have the portable hot boxes to keep the hot food hot. That's our #1 main concern, food safety.
Thank you.
And these are sizzling nice there, Robert.
Bill, these brown high country Gadabout crab cakes are beautiful.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I hope everyone's going to enjoy them here in just a few minutes.
Oh, just lovely. They brown beautifully in this vegetable oil, and that aroma. Mmm. I can tell it's Mostyum.
We'll let a little oil drain off and into the pan.
So you're going to prepare these how? How will you present them?
How will I present them? Yes, sir. What we'll do, we'll have our plate and we'll put mesclun, which is a spring mix of baby field greens, on our plate. We will lay the crab cakes, 3 crab cakes, on the plate on top of the mesclun. Then we'll do our southern fried green tomatoes just here in a second. And then we'll make a nice Spiced-Remoulade sauce. Then we'll garnish with some nice flowers.
How exciting.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we're going to take a commercial break now. I want to thank our sponsors, the Country Gourmet in the Green Mansions Village in Fosco, Lowe's Foods of Boone and Banner Elk, and Crippen's Country Inn and Restaurant in Blowing Rock.
Perhaps John Batchelor, food critic for the Greensboro News and Record, said it best when he wrote, "The meals I savored at Crippen's Country Inn and Restaurant rank among the best I have had anywhere. I consider much of the food to be in another league from the rest of the state. Consequently, Crippen's was awarded a 5-star rating for both food and value. Enhance your dining experience. Crippen's Country Inn and Restaurant, Blowing Rock, North Carolina."
Whether you're in Boone or Banner Elk, make Lowe's Foods your one-stop shop. Fresh seafood and sushi, boar's head meats, specialty cheeses and breads, the freshest produce and salads made daily for your convenience. Lowe's Foods also carries free-range Tanglewood chickens and Black Angus beef. The largest selection of wine in the high country, both domestic and imported. Shop now to earn your S&H Green Points and rewards. Open 7 days a week.
The finest cookware and perfect gift ideas can be found at the Country Gourmet in Fosco. For 30 years, the Country Gourmet has been a destination for anything from candles to clocks, dishes to decorations, silverware to surprises, and gifts you can't find just anywhere. Make a bridal wish list or a wish list for anyone who wants to enjoy the many items to choose from. Open year-round, 10 to 5 Monday through Saturday and 12 to 5 on Sundays.
All right, Robert, what we're first going to do, we've got a nice green tomato. We're going to do some slices. As always, when you're using a knife, try to keep your thumb and fingers in, so if you're going to cut anything, the only thing it's going to be is going to be your knuckle, which is not going to be nice, but it's better than losing a thumb. We're going to cut some nice tomatoes there, probably about, that's about 1/8 of an inch. Cut off that piece.
I've heard of the movie fried green tomatoes, and we're going to actually make some today.
Exactly. Something very good.
Awesome.
Very good.
Awesome.
Well, we're going to do about 3 tomato pieces right here. First, we've got an egg mixture that it was 1 egg with about a teaspoon of half and half. I like to use half and half because it has a higher fat content. It adheres better, and it's just better cooking.
Than milk.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do first, we're going to dip in the batter, the egg and milk mixture. Then we have a mixture here which is all-purpose flour, Yellow cornmeal. You use about 1/3 flour to 2/3 cornmeal. Yellow cornmeal, a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. I don't like too much. I don't want to take away from the flavors. We're going to dredge
Yes.
the nice
dredging.
green tomatoes. Then we're going to go into the oil and then repeat.
Can I do one of those?
Yes, sir, you sure can.
All right.
I'll let you do the next one all by yourself.
I'm excited. I do a lot of frying at Crippen's, so I've had some experience with the egg wash and cornmeal mix.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Very good product.
So take it right in the egg wash with the half and half and into the cornmeal flour mixture
Just a little salt, a little pepper.
and then right into the pan.
Yes, sir. And we'll let those brown nicely, and then we'll add them to our crab cakes so we can make our finished presentation here in just a few minutes.
Awesome.
Robert, how are the tomatoes doing?
Oh, they're looking good.
Good.
Fried green tomatoes.
Fried green tomatoes.
Get out of your way here.
Yes, sir. We're just going to pull them over there a little bit. Let them just nice and sizzle there for a minute.
Oh, I love that aroma.
I just love when summer comes where I can have the fried green tomatoes.
Nice.
One of my favorites. Sandwiches or anything. I'll tell you what's also nice that I like to do with a fried green tomato, if you like blue cheese like I do, is we'll fry the green tomatoes, put it out with just a little bit of mayonnaise and some blue cheese crumbles on top. It's a nice summer meal.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Hope you folks enjoy that. Okay, while these are frying, what are we going to do next?
Okay, the next thing we're going to go to finish off our meal here is we're going to make some Spiced-Remoulade sauce.
Remoulade.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean? What does that refer to?
Well, it's French.
Oh.
It means with mustard.
With mustard?
Yes, sir.
Oh, very interesting.
So we're going to make a nice sauce to go along with that and finish our entree.
Cool. Okay.
Robert, I believe these tomatoes are looking beautiful. I believe it's time to remove them.
Yes, they are, and they smell wonderful.
We're just going to lay them right down here. And then
Fried green tomatoes.
fried green tomatoes, one of my favorites.
That is
One of my
exciting.
favorites.
Now
Well,
you're going to make that remoulade sauce?
yeah, Spiced-Remoulade sauce. Yes, sir. What we're going to start off with is we're going to have some nice mayonnaise. We've got our mixing bowl here. Mayonnaise. Dijon mustard with grain. I like the grain mustard. It just has a better texture, looks more eye-appealing. It's
Can you
just-
find that in grocery stores?
Yes, sir. It's about readily available everywhere.
Dijon mustard with the
grain.
grain.
Yes, sir. A lot of people it's called stone grain, but I've just always called it Dijon with grain.
Gotcha.
And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some of the Caribbean jerk.
Jerk spices.
Exactly.
You got allspice in there?
Yes, sir. A little bit of everything. It's like my wife asked me last night when we were just, writing up the recipe. She says, well, where did the name jerk come from? And I said, maybe his wife, and he were having a bad day one day, so she called him the jerk. Came up with a seasoning. So we've got some nice seasoning
What
there.
all's in there, please?
That has crushed red peppers. There's a little coriander in there. There's some allspice, and there's a little bit of cinnamon in there.
Nice.
Very nice spice. Has a little bit of bite with the crushed red pepper, but not too much. We're just putting enough to flavor. Not too spicy. Now we've got a little bit of white pepper and a little bit of salt. We go with that. And then we've got a little bit of nice dried tarragon.
Nice.
A teaspoon. And then some nice capers, a teaspoonful of capers. I love capers.
I love capers also.
On anything, I love
Very much
capers.
so.
Then what we've got here is we've got 3 kosher dill pickle chips. And what I like to do, I don't like to cut them up beforehand. They start falling apart and everything. What we're going to do with these is going to dice these up. So we'll go with some rounds with those. Go back and just cut them smaller rounds.
You want to try this
Oh,
prep taxi?
I got to have my
Gotta
prep
have the
taxi
prep
to get
taxi
that
there,
out.
buddy. From the Country Gourmet.
Wonderful product. Now we get to drive
Beep,
the
beep.
taxi.
Here comes the taxi.
Comes through. We're going to add that, and we're going to mix this mixture up. We get it blended well.
This flavor, this aroma, excuse me, is marvelous. That Dijon mustard,
With the jerk seasoning,
the jerk
this
seasoning.
adds right to
Very
it.
much so. I smell the dill in there too.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got just made enough just to do these crab cakes. Finished product,
And it is, once again,
it is a Spiced-Remoulade sauce to go on the Gadabouts High Country crab cakes.
awesome.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back to Robert's Mostyum Cooking Show. Our guest chef today, Bill Gaddy, his wife Eileen, have a catering service in Valle Crucis and in Charlotte. And tell us a little bit more about your restaurant.
We're Gadabouts. We're an off-premise catering company. We also have a restaurant that we run from 11 to 3, Tuesday through Saturday.
Where's it located?
It's located in Valle Crucis between the two Mass stores and Valley Landing. We also have a room for small banquet meetings, rehearsal dinners, wedding receptions. We have a beautiful deck outside with the ceiling fans overlooking the nice.
Welcome back to Robert's Mostyum Cooking Show. Our guest chef today, Bill Gaddy, his wife Eileen, have a catering service in Valle Crucis and in Charlotte. And tell us a little bit more about your restaurant.
We're Gadabouts. We're an off-premise catering company. We also have a restaurant that we run from 11 to 3, Tuesday through Saturday.
Where's it located?
It's located in Valle Crucis between the two Mass stores and Valley Landing. We also have a room for small banquet meetings, rehearsal dinners, wedding receptions. We have a beautiful deck outside with the ceiling fans overlooking the nice fields. Beautiful place to come. Please come and join us.
And the name of that restaurant again?
Is Gadabouts Catering and Restaurant. Gadabouts. As my wife says, Gadabouts is gourmet to go.
And please tell me, what is a gadabout?
A gadabout is a person who flits about in social activity.
Flips about in social
activity. That's what we are.
Awesome. And you're providing them the tasty foods in the high country
Yes, sir.
and in Charlotte as well.
Exactly.
You've done crab cakes today, and how are you going to plate this dish?
All right. What we're going to do first, Robert, is we've got some nice mesclun here, field green, spring mix, a lot of different names for this mixture.
So what lettuce or greens would be
Okay,
in
all
this
right.
mesclun?
Just a few here. We have spinach. Right here is a baby oak. And right here is just some red leaf.
Gotcha.
So we're going to add this to the plate. Try to keep everything in the middle of the plate. A little nicer eye feel. We'll have the plate there. A little more. Make it look abundant.
And this is the way you would serve it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is the way we would serve it. Then after that, we're going to add some of the nice crab cakes.
Oh, how beautiful. That brown is just perfect. It's lovely.
Golden brown and delicious.
All right.
And then on top of this, we're going to put the nice fried green tomatoes. Bring it right
Fried
across.
green tomatoes. How exciting. Folks, you're going to have to try this. Once again, the recipe will be on www.mostyum.com. Thank you so much, Bill.
Sir, you're quite welcome. We're going to finish this up with just a little bit of the Spiced-Remoulade. Just going to drizzle it across here.
And this is the Dijon mustard with the jerk Jamaican sauce,
seasonings,
some dill, pickles.
dill pickles, capers, and tarragon.
Folks, you're really going to want to try this. It just smells so good.
And then we're going to finish it off with some nice marigolds.
Oh, what beautiful presentation.
And a few
How lovely.
pansies, just to finish it up. How does that look, Robert?
It just is beautiful. It looks like it's the high country Gadabouts crab cakes.
Exactly. Hope you enjoy.
Oh, thank you. I'm looking forward to taking a bite of this. Can we do that now?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Please do.
All right. You know, I see Julie Childs doing this all the time with her master chefs, and this is exciting. Very, very exciting. I can eat the flour too, can't I?
All edible.
These are edible flowers.
Edible flowers.
Well, let me just
All
get one of those
flowers are
flowers and
edible.
some of these greens. My mouth is watering, and I'm very excited. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm.
I hope it's most yum yum.
It is. Thank you. I look forward to coming to your restaurant.
Please do. I look forward for you to be there.
And I want you to come and be on the show anytime you'd like.
I would love to. I would love to.
Awesome. I want to thank our sponsors. I also want to thank Carrie Strand from the Country Gourmet for putting together this beautiful bouquet of flowers for our presentation today. And the sponsors, the Country Gourmet, Lowe's Foods of Boone and Banner Elk, and Crippen's Country Inn and Restaurant in Blowing Rock. The recipe for High Country Gadabouts crab cakes is on www.mostyum.com. Have a wonderful day.